for an hour they were one of the best teams in Europe.
By the end of the night, when Harry Kane's header in the 90th minute bounced back off the post, they were just Spurs again.
A team which promises so much, deserves so much, but never seems to come away with anything.
It is not for nothing that Juventus are Italian champions and regular participants in the Champions League final. Somehow, the old lady always seems to find a way.
And just as 2 goals in 7 minutes early in the first leg should have killed off Tottenham, in the end it was 2 in just 3 minutes of the third leg that finally did.
Spurs may take some beating, but the frustrating thing still for Mauricio Pochettino is that in these biggest games, they still somehow manage to find a way.
Tottenham captain Hugo Lloris promised we would see the true face of Tottenham tonight, but we have always known that has been attractive, bright and youthful.
It is the mind that worries away behind it that has always been called into question in its ultimate tests.
The psychological hurdle the Spurs players had to overcome last night was that, provided nothing happened between the first whistle and the last, they were in the next round courtesy of the away goals scored in Turin.
There, they were the battling underdogs, refusing to lie down.
Tonight, the tie was theirs to lose.
Or, failing that, Juventus arrived with every intention of taking it from them.
It was a night for leaders and, when Harry Kane trapped the ball immaculately with his first real touch, turned Giorgio Chiellini inside out and then put Heung-min Son through for the opening salvo, you sensed Tottenham had a chance.
In the early exchanges, it was the Juventus passing that looked hesitant, a sign that these occasions can also get to teams who have played in 2 of the last 3 Champions League finals.
Spurs, on the other hand, were growing quickly into their task, with Kane in particular putting a Juventus defense which switched between a 4 and a 3 at 6s and 7s.
But while he stayed on his feet to put a shot narrowly wide in the 15th minute, moments later Douglas Costa had Spurs' hearts in their mouths when he went to ground under challenge from Jan Vertonghen, but none of the Polish officials were moved.
No VAR at Wembley last night, so Tottenham could count themselves lucky as the frantic pace continued relentlessly.
Dele Alli had a tentative 25-yard shot which was easily saved. It was hard not to think that a year ago he would have burst the Wembley net, and Son pulled a shot agonizingly wide when the Italian defense opened up in front of him.
And then Wembley erupted.
Kane's sublime ball to Christian Eriksen, Ali was initially thwarted, Kieran Trippier squared and Son missed his kick with his right foot, the ball hit his left shin and squirmed past Gianluigi Buffon.
Halftime was still 6 long minutes away, but eventually arrived. So far so good.
After a cagey start to the second period, Tottenham still looked in control and it was clear fresh legs were clearly needed. Blaise Matuidi, perhaps not so fit as Max Allegri claimed, made way for Kwadwo Asamoah. Stefan Lichtsteiner replaced the struggling Mehdi Benatia. And, in the latter case, it worked instantly.
In the 64th minute, the Spurs defense suddenly switched off and it was Lichtsteiner whose overlapping cross picked out Sami Khedira and his flick was bundled in by Higuain.
The Argentina international punched the air, suddenly it was game on, and Tottenham had half an hour to show their strength.
Instead, within 3 minutes Juventus once again exposed their weakness.
Davinson Sanchez is still not quite the finished article at this level and he was drawn in and beaten too easily by Higuain, who sprung the offside trap too easily and comfortably converted the second.
Tottenham were the underdogs once again, and boy did they growl. There were appeals for a penalty.
Son shot inches wide.
Eric Lamela came on to tease but not hurt as Chiellini rallied his troops.
Even Kane's header hit the post.
Ultimately it was a Champions League education.
The challenge for Tottenham is to make sure they don't let this disappointment knock them off course to continue that education next season.
Tottenham, 4-2-3-1, Lloris, Trippier, Sanchez, Vertonghen, Davis, Dyer, Dembele, Son, Ali, Eriksen, Kane.
Booked, Vertonghen.
Goal, Son 39. Juventus, 4-3-3, Buffon, Barzagli, Venetia, Chiellini, Sandro, Khedira, Pjanic, Matuidi, Dybala, Higuain, Costa.
Booked, Sandro, Pjanic.
Referee, S. Marciniak, Poland.